that's a challenge, right? But it's also an opportunity. So can we get 2 to 3 wins and then start to highlight that out through their organizations and then start to identify new opportunities to start to get that flywheel going and that multiplier going.
Hey everyone, Chip Rogers here again for another terrific episode and conversation today with Estelle Smith. And Estelle, welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here with you.
Yeah, so we're here in San Francisco at the Asana headquarters. We found a quiet corner here upstairs because one of the sessions is going on, and we just didn't want to interrupt anybody. But what a great event! I think a couple hundred folks here for the Partnership Leaders Catalyst Summit here in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's great, and we've had great speakers talking a lot about what we're seeing in the market, what we see across the landscape, the partner ecosystem, what works, what are our challenges, and so it's nice to get together and discuss these.
Yeah, some really good content, interesting findings and challenges, shared challenges. Some of it's just hearing the pain that other people are experiencing, the same kind of pain that you are, right?
Yeah, it's nice to hear that you're not alone out there.
So like I said, I'm really excited to have Estelle join us, and Estelle is Global GSI Alliance's lead for Semperis, and you've been in that role for not quite a year, 9 months, almost a year?
I just made my 6-month mark.
Terrific, yeah. Prior to that, Fortanix, and gosh, you've made the circuit with IBM and Oracle and Workday, right? Workday, yeah.
Right. So it's been nice to work across from large enterprise to emerging technologies and working across partner ecosystems with hyperscalers, with AI, and now really focusing in on cybersecurity.
Yeah, and GSIs. Yeah.
GSIs.
Yeah. Which is really interesting. So let's start there. Let me just ask you to tell a little bit more about what it is that your role is and what are your goals with Semperis?
Yeah, so Semperis is a cybersecurity company, and we specialize in protecting and recovering identities in hybrid and multi-cloud. And when you think about threats, about 90% are going to be within that identity infrastructure. And my task is really how do we get service partners and managed service partners to collaborate with our solutions. And since this is a large area, we have a product fit within the market, we do get working with our GSIs fairly well. So my approach is twofold, which is a top-down approach, which is how do we build a global program that we can execute regionally across the world, taking in the nuances of working in different regions, and then also bottoms up, right? So it's how do we get that exposure, our unfair share of attention from these GSIs and service partners at the account level.
And that's globally, right?
Yeah,
so,
overall.
Yeah. I think one of the things that's interesting about how Semperis goes to market is you are 100% partner-led.
Right. I think sometimes to be a great partner, you have to be the easy button. And we've made our program 100% partner-led, so there's an incentive there. Another thing that we also do is that we make sure that we have information, we have influence. What we do is we make sure that we educate and enable our partners. We do the same internally, and we understand what does a win look like between both organizations.
And what does it look like? What is a win? What's the winning sort of formula for Semperis working with a GSI partner?
Yeah, to be able to be a strategic partner for a service partner, there is usually a dollar value that they're looking at to have from service offerings. And so what we do is we work closely with our GSI partners that we're able to identify accounts, and they're either the reseller or what they could also be as a solution influencer, so that whenever they may own the relationship, and in some cases they actually may be our partner, our customer, so that they are managing the data infrastructure and the cyber resiliency for that customer. So we want to make sure that on either a company's worst day or if they're having some type of crisis incident or crisis management, that they remember and call Semperis.
How are you able to do 100% partner led? So all of your basically, do you have a direct sales team?
We do have a direct sales team, and this is a top-down approach. So our C-suite, our executives are all on board for it to be partner led. So we have a great program in place. We have a partner program in place. We're actually getting ready to roll out new training and certifications, which I'm super excited about. And so we really, whenever we're having conversations or onboarding new partners, it's one thing that we do emphasize, which is working collaborative with us, how to engage with us, how to register deals through our partner program, and really understanding the nuances and the details around how the deals are structured.
So you mentioned that you're rolling out a new enablement program, training program, certification program. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so one of the areas that we really need to make sure that we're doing is educating our partners on the value that we bring, not only to them, but also to the customers. And so as our products start to mature and we bring new products online, like our new Ready One crisis management solution, we want to ensure that we're educating our partners. And part of it is our sales training, that they understand the business value that we're bringing to partners, and then the customers, and then also the technical training so that they're able to take our solutions and also go and either manage them or in some cases deploy them.
So it sounds like those would be 2 or 3 different audiences for those kinds of training, right? You might have a client partner that would be more on the business side, and maybe there's some technical folks that are more on the technology, training on technology and how to do the integration and things like that. Is that?
So there may be partners that are resellers or distributors, and so we want to make sure that they understand how to engage with us from a sales perspective. And then we also have partners that are service partners, and they may be MSPs, and so they may be managing the software solution. And so we want to ensure that they understand and be able to articulate the technical nuances of our solutions, and then after the sale, making sure that they are utilizing them effectively.
So for MSPs, you want to make sure that the MSPs are fully on board, up to speed on how, so that they're providing the best Semperis service to your joint customer.
Yeah, 100%. Our MSP program is evolving and it is maturing, and it's a fairly new program that we have in place. And so we've had some wins with our MSPs. And so now what we're doing is, how do we take those wins and scale with that? That's that bottoms-up approach, which is we've had some wins across some accounts. How do we start to articulate that and communicate that across the MSP organizations? Start to get that within the regional presidents and regional leads, and then start to get that at that global level, which is the solutions offering level. These GSIs and MSPs they're large and they're complex. And so we need to ensure that we're working with them the way that they're typically used to go into market. And that's that top-down piece of it. So it's getting a delicate and a balanced approach to both sort of ways that we're going to market with them.
Yeah. So let's talk about GSIs. That's your... Tell me about, how are you working with GSIs? Are you co-selling with them? Are you going to doing co-marketing, going to market together in that way?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there are several different steps that we are with different GSIs. We have some that are resellers, and we also have managed service agreements with, and then we have some that we just have partnering agreements with, that they're doing the service, they are advising, they're influencing the solutions, and then we work with them on the sales side of the house. One thing that I've ensured that we start with is attracting the right partners versus chasing too many partners. And you've heard this today, which is trying to be too many things and do too many different things also. Focusing in. So we've identified a key small subset of focus partners. So focus GSIs that we are investing in and starting to go to market with, do enablement with? Can we do account alignment with them? How do we educate throughout their organization to start to get that flywheel going? That's a challenge, right? But it's also an opportunity. So can we get 2 to 3 wins and then start to highlight that out through their organizations and then start to identify new opportunities to start to get that flywheel going and that multiplier going?
Yeah. Not easy.
No, it's not easy, but we wouldn't be here if it were easy, right?
So that's great. That's fantastic. So how is the partner organization and how are partners measured against those goals?
Yes, so we have a program that you've heard a lot about today, which is around partner sourced and partner influence, and we also have a referral partnership. So one of the ideas is that as we grow and evolve as a partnership, we need to make sure that we're measuring the right metrics. How many inbounds are we having versus outbounds, right? Making sure that we're capturing that in our systems. You can't manage what you can't measure. So one of the challenges that we're doing is making sure that we're capturing that data and being able to use it. What does our renewal rate look like? That's another measurement that we also start to look at.
Yeah, I think renewals are really important for partners as well, right? Because they're very much embedded with the customer, and so if the customer's happy, which is part product and part the services that are being delivered, then that's a win.
Yeah, I think also one of our largest achievement is our customer base, which is a service partner coming to us and saying, I need to learn more about you because your customer says that you're using Semperis or that they have recently purchased Semperis and they want to make that part of the service offering that the GSI is offering to them. And so that's a big testament. That is one of the reasons why some of the GSIs are coming to us. So it's that premise of I'm attracting versus I'm chasing GSIs. And starting with 1 to 2 or 3 of them and really making this a win is going to get the other ones involved because there could be some scarcity after that coming on board. Another strategy that I'm using is looking at regional SIs and starting with them. If you think about the large GSIs of the world being the whales, and then you can think about a regional SI being either a shark that's easily evolve or a minnow, which is fast and nimble. Starting to build out that framework with a smaller GSI or with a regional SI, and building not only the framework but getting the playbooks in place, getting the wins in the belt, then you're able to take that and leverage that as you start to grow as an organization. So where we are today is not where we're going to be 3 years from now, but we want to ensure that we're showing value now, and as we project that value out 3 years from now.
Yeah, and being 100% partner-led, that's a lot to be able to have that as the goal, and then really making the solution and the capabilities and the partnership attractive to bring those partners in to hit that goal. What are the things that you're doing that do make Semperis really attractive to GSIs? Because you've been successful, so what are you doing?
There's a couple ways that we are being attracted to or remaining attractive to GSIs. One is the cybersecurity space. It is a space that's growing about 13%, and so service partners are starting to make investments, reorganizations within their organization within this space. Another one is around having large enterprise customers and then also having a product fit. And so So
you're already in that space. GSIs matching to large enterprise customers. You've got the use cases, you've got the case stories to be able to tell that story.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're starting to get interest from more GSIs because of their alignment within this space, and we have a product fit. So when you think about 9 out of 10 bad actors are going to go after the identity infrastructure at our company, since we protect that space, we are an attractive product and have a product fit within the market.
And you're already doing it. And you have other GSIs that are already have been successful as well.
They have been successful, and in some cases, they are also customers of ours.
Yeah. That's great. Estelle, this has been fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences with Semperis and the programs that you're running and how you're working with GSI partners and others. We talked about MSPs and the technology, and this has been fantastic.
Thank you so much, Chip. It's been a pleasure.
That's awesome. So thank you, Estelle, and thank you all for joining another episode of Inside Partnering, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.